Hello, good morning. It's Tuesday the 15th. I'm FxPlew and it's another scorcher for today's market brief. We had another Tory leadership vote yesterday. Defence Secretary Tom Tugendhat fell by the wayside, and then there were four. The final two are likely to be selected tomorrow as Sunak looks to stretch his lead even further. But back to business, because there is a changing of the guard at the Bank of England. Archhawk Michael Saunders is to leave the MPC, and his parting shot was to call for the base rate to reach 2% within a year. No great surprises here. He's been pretty vocal that we've got a long way to go from 1.25% before the base rate reaches the new neutral rate. But he was calling for rate hikes way before the MPC acted back in December, and he's been calling for bigger rate hikes ever since. We have inflation data due tomorrow. The good news here is that the oil price is starting to show signs of levelling off. While this may help trim headline inflation, it's probably all a bit too soon for tomorrow's data, so we can probably expect more of the same there. But will this affect the next MPC vote? Remember, we've had 0.5% of economic growth delivered in May. I'd say there's still everything to play for. It was a pretty quiet day in the markets. Perhaps the market's taking a breather with the record temperatures in the UK. It's a lot to deal with. Sterling recovered to about 120.35 against the dollar before closing back around 119.50. And we open around 117.80 against the euro, which means euro dollar is creeping further away from parity. That kicks off this morning from around 101.50. Over in the US, banking sector results are due to slow for Q2. It's because of a broad slowdown in loan growth, which is a key income stream for the domestic market, and that has affected their performance. Economic slowdown is the most likely reason for this, but where an economy is slipping into recession, normally this is coupled with an increase in past due payments. To date, though, this hasn't really been seen, so every cloud and all that for the banking sector. Similarly, there have been no high-profile bankruptcies in the commercial sector. That means that employment numbers remain strong, so no doubt that helps with the continuing salary payments, funding all the borrowers, allowing them to keep up with their loan payments. But inflation, rather than recession, remains the Fed's main focus. And rightly so. Even if the economy posted negative growth for a second quarter, technically becoming a recession, that would be largely inconsequential compared to inflation, which could very easily reach 10%. So, likelihood of more rate hikes to follow from the Fed remains pretty strong. In the market, the dollar index started to correct, falling away from the long-term target of 110. We pulled back to 106.90 yesterday, but the next rally will certainly launch from a higher starting point, so that 110 level remains firmly in the crosshairs. Right, that's it from me. It'll be another scorcher today. It's meant to be even hotter, so take care out there. Enjoy the sun while it's here, hey? All the best.
If you do not have a clue, then just tweet through and ask FxPlew.